Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome back to the channel. My name is ASFM. I hope you have all had a lovely couple of days, and I'm bringing you season 2, episode 1 here with Lokomotiv Sofia. We're up in the first league, playing our first game against CSK Sofia. That's right, a big derby here on this game. Well, I'm putting it as a derby. Anyway, with that in mind, we are going on to our transfers here, and oh my word, have we raided Dobrudza for their youngsters here. We literally have taken 5 youngsters from their squad. So I guess I'll be starting off here with Dimitar Minkov, not a great wonder kid, unsporting, but I just saw him and they were all going on a free, so I just thought, why not? Why not take them up? 15 years of age, he can develop, he's not great, 1-star current ability, 2-star to 3-star potential, 18 aggression, 17 determination, everything else is pitiful. He's coming into the club. Then we've got Lyubomir Siraskov, a very good right back. I think that's what he's going to go as. I think I'm going to put him as a full-back on attack. 5 crossing, not great, but in general, work rate 8, aggression 13, decision 15, determination 12. So he's quite a good little youngster coming through. He's 15 years of age. 1.5-star current ability and potentially 4 to 5-star ability. A realist, which means he will develop very well. And yep, there we are. Lyubomir Sirakarov, welcome to the club. And the next one we have is Blagoy Alexandrov, coming in as potentially a deep line playmaker or a central midfielder, even potentially also in midfield playing as a deep lines playmaker as well. He comes in 1.5-star potential of 4 to 5-star ability here. Unambitious, which is a bit of an issue. That's a shame with him moving forward because he would have been pretty decent. Technique 15, first touch 13. You know, all round just an okay midfielder. And he's coming in, as you can see already, he's playing terribly in training. Then we have Georgy Simonov here. He's coming in as an additional defender on right back. He comes in 4 crossing, 4 dribbling, first touch of 8. Not really great, but he's got amazing aggression and work rate. Good bravery as well. So he's really quite he's a workhorse. At the age of 15, he's got time to develop. Also, he's got very good attributes going forward as well, which is what I like. Just got to get a few things up in him and he should be good to go. So there we are, Georgy Simonov there. And finally, we've got Svestan Gigov here. He comes in as a centre-back, 1.5-star current ability, potentially 4 to 4.5-star. 8 aggression, 9 work rate, 8 heading of 8, tackling of 12, jumping reach of 15, and he's 6'4", so he's a big fella at 15 years of age. And so there we are, there's all our youngsters that have been brought in, but we just absolutely raided Dobrudza because they were going down to the 3rd division, and they had quite a good little youth setup, so we took all of their youngsters. But the time is to talk about some of the bigger transfers that have come in. And first, we have Milen Stoev, the big centre-back, the 21-year-old, who is coming in here. When we showed you from Arda, we showed it in the last season, but he comes in playing as pretty much our starter centre-back here. He can play a ball-winning midfielder, he can play as a central midfielder, or a no-nonsense centre-back. Heading 12, marking 11, tackling 13, jumping reach of 14, strength of 13, concentration 6 foot, and a balanced personality, which is brilliant. Means he can develop a bit more, and he's training very well. So he comes in as our starter centre-back. Really looking forward to seeing how he can develop in the squad. And potentially, who knows, also, really sort of become a key player. Now, the next one is Tzvelin Starev. He's the goalkeeper that came in. I've sent him out on loan. He should get some good time. He's been loaned out to Cluj in the first Liga of Romania. So he's going out on loan, which is brilliant. Then we've got the next player to come in is Pedro Lagoa, Portuguese 23-year-old, coming in as a midfielder to refill the role that was played by, I think it was Todorov, who was the 35-year-old, as a sort of just the needed sort of midfielder. He comes in as a utility player, 23 years of age, so he can absolutely develop and become quite a key player in the squad. Determination of 18, which is what I really like. Work rate of 10. Not great on aggression, but that's okay. I don't think I'm really going to play him as an aggressive midfielder. I think it's more of sort of an advanced playmaker, Mazzella, that sort of thing when we start getting into the sort of second half of the season. Crossing of 11, passing of 14, technique of 11, composure 11, agility of 12, and not all round not bad physically. 3-star current ability, potential of 4-star. So realistically, he's very, very good, and he can only improve. So there we are. There's Pedro Lagoa there, 23, Portuguese, comes in on a free. All of these are on free contracts. Now the next player to come in is Preslav Burukov. Now this is the guy I hope to fill the very shoes that was left by Dikov. And believe it or not, as we showed here, Dikov has become a favoured personnel. Stetislav Dikov. Oh, you will be missed, my friend. Look at those stats. Well, anyway, to fit that role, we have brought in Preslav Borukov. I'm probably going to give him a different name. I'm probably going to give him a nickname. But he comes in as a target man, 6'2", jumping reach of 14, natural fitness of 16, first finishing of 12, first touch of 10, heading of 12, all round a fantastic forward. And I think he can even play he can play a little bit as a complete forward. So we may have to start developing him on that. But obviously at that age, he's on a very big contract, but he is ready to play in the first game with CSK Sofia. I think he's just going to be absolutely phenomenal this season. Or it has one under-21 cap for Bulgaria. So he could be potentially a real good steal here. Got him on a free. I could not believe it. He was nicked. I managed to get him from Itar, who are now in the Bulgarian second league. So we really did sort of all of these players that have come in have all come from clubs that have been relegated. So really sort of picking them out really here. And the next player is Ventislav Kurchev here. He comes from Botev, another relegated team. And he is a defensive midfielder, also as playing as a centre back. 4-star, potential of 4.5. 5'11", so he's not that tall, but he avoids using weaker foot and dives into tackles, which can be a bit, but overall he's very solid for this league. Heading of 11, marking of 11, tackling of 14, positioning of 11, concentration 11, bravery 17, aggression 14, and work rate of 14. And then just look at these physicals. He's just absolutely fantastic. He's on a bit, and he's a star player, so he's going to be expecting game time, but don't worry, Venislav, you are most definitely getting game time. And the next player to come in, and the second from last, is Alexander Bastunov. He comes in on a free as well as a wing-back to, I think it's Pedro, who we have on wing-back currently. Yeah, so he's our complete wing-back. He comes in to fill that gap. He's not the greatest at crossing and dribbling, but I really liked his attacking and physical attributes. Also mentally, he's very, very strong, and he's 3.5-star, potential of 4.5. Dives into tackles again, so I'm a bit worried. Obviously, we're going to have it set so no one's really tackling, but this could potentially be two players that could easily get sent off here, but hopefully they should be okay. And moving forward, he's an important player, so he's going to be definitely getting game time this season. Now, finally, last but certainly not least, is Alassane Ndiane. He comes in as a 31-year-old to play that midfield role. 16 aggression, 14 work rate, 14 tackling, 13 marking, and oh my word, just take a look at these physicals here. Balance 13, jumping reach 16, 6'5". This player is incredible. Dwells on the ball, which isn't great, but that's okay. When we're in possession, I don't mind them dwelling on the ball or whatever. If he uses that off-the-ball composure style and plays killer balls and that sort of thing, then I'm fine with that. And I believe he has also come from a luxurious background, playing in the Championship with Crystal Palace. And he was, he came through the FCSM leagues, or he came through the French league and played for Crystal Palace. So he has had quite a bit of a background here. But in terms of the players going out, they are mostly players that have gone out on loan. As I showed, Duarte's gone out on a free. Alexandrov's gone out on a free. Dikov, unfortunately, as I explained, he's gone out on a free. Orachev, he's gone on a free, which was perfect because he was moaning about game time and I couldn't give him it. Martin, as I showed, unfortunately he's gone, so I had to really sort of fill their roles there. And Milev is gone now. Ivanov has gone out on loan. Luka Inavov has gone on loan. And Valentin, the 17-year-old, has also gone out on loan. And hopefully they can all start to sort of push for those first team spots when coming back. But overall, that was the transfers that have been done. And into our first game, everyone's unregistered, so I'll have to sort that out. But our first game here is with CSK Sofia. So when I sort out the registry, we'll be back in with that game. Welcome back to the first game here with Lokomotiv Sofia against CSK Sofia. This is a huge game on this channel, and I just looked at the formation here. I've got two complete wing backs. That needs to change straight away. They're going to full backs here. Pedro's going as a full back. I think I may put Kirchev, who is a very, very good defender, and I'm going to play him as a centre back. And I'm going to put on our new loan in Dimitar here. I'm just going to say Dimitar because I can't. Ilev, I think that's his name. He's going to come on. I think I showed you him on the transfers. He's coming in on loan. I don't think we're paying him any money. We're paying 275 quid a week, so that's absolutely brilliant. We're actually spending a lot of money on this player, so I think he should be starting. I'm going to take off Zayam and play Stoev, and hopefully these players can sort of start to develop. I'm going to play them as ball-playing midfielders. I'm going to play them as ball-playing centre-backs. I think I'm going to have one as a stopper and one as just an overall defender. So we line up in a 4-3-3. Yordanov, the 16-year-old, is coming on as his first game of I think his whole career, because at the moment Petkov is out injured currently, and Papazov, who is the 17-year-old loanee from CSK Sofia, who I've recently acquired, I don't think he can play. He can't play this game because you can't play loans against former clubs or his parent club. And Vassal in goal, Todor, Lagoa, and Steph in that midfield. And as I talked about, the four at the back is Ilev, Stoev, Kirchev, and Pedro. And finally, in goal is Vassal. It cannot be understated just how big of a game this is, as with the sort of outlook on this next season, I think it's going to be, it's going to be really tough. We need to stay up in this league, as it really does benefit the finances of being in here. I think we made about 400 to 500,000 from just coming up. So if staying in the division and keeping up that sort of momentum would be absolutely fantastic. And here we are, 6 minutes in, our first highlight. Steph now, what can he do? Plays it to Lagoa. Lagoa, what can he do? Goodness me, he's moving forward. And Steph now back out to Pedro. Pedro out to Lagoa. What can Lagoa do? He plays an absolutely shambolic pass. And now here comes CSK Sofia, and this player, Zoe, is absolutely rapid. He shoots, and oh goodness me, had a realisation point, and I think CSK Sofia have gone 1-0 up here 6 minutes in with Ali Sao, and goodness me, we were hit on the counter-attack here. Look at this, he's absolutely rapid, and just goodbye defenders. And Vassal, I think he could have done better there potentially, and oh my goodness me, that is not good to see. We are 14th, we are bottom of the table here, and 30 minutes in, here's another highlight. And Sankare can take it forward with Yogua. Oh, goodness me, it's gone out to Vion. Vion now, what can he do? Devili's a ball. And oh, goodness me, it was an absolute bullet header. But luckily, Vassal was there. And is this still at the end of the... Is this not the end of the highlight as Bokarov comes and Stanchev? Oh, my goodness me, Yordanov is through. Oh, goodness me, I thought the 16-year-old was going to, come out with a brace and potentially score here. But unfortunately, blasts it over the bar. And they are still 1-0 up here in, I think, 23 minutes gone. But we had a highlight, so, we have had a chance. I'm going to change our mentality. I'm going to play it as defensive, as I don't think it's great to have a sort of positive mindset within this game. Players work balls into the box. 40 more minutes in here, and we've got another highlight. And so, goodness me, he's just winning everything in the air. And also playing off some fantastic passes here. And Sankare can take it forward. And here comes Mizuki. And what can he do? Mazuku, oh goodness me, fantastic defending there. No foul in the area. And Teles now, back to Mizuki. Oh goodness me, Yagoa's there, Vion's there. Oh my word, it's absolute pinball in the area. And Yilev can finally take it out of the area. And Vion collects. And goodness me, CSK Sofia are still pushing forward here. and Todor commits the foul, but oh goodness me, straight from that foul is a chance here. Oh my goodness me, and it's a goal. We're 2-0 down, it's not even half time. Maziku has absolutely dominated this game. I think that's safe to say. I think he's been absolutely fantastic so far for CSK Sofia. And 42 minutes in, we unfortunately find ourselves 2-0 down, which is fantastic, and a real confidence booster going into this season. It's nice to have a first game defeat and a bit of a realisation that, yeah, you're not as good as some of these other teams. Oh god, if this is what it's like against CSK Sofia, I don't want to play that game against Ludogorets. Now 47 minutes here, and Vassal can start it, and Karachev is there. He plays the ball out to Pedro, and Pedro now coming forward. Steph's challenged, and now here they come. Oh goodness me, this tackling needs to start improving, or otherwise it's just, not going to be good enough. I'm going to berate the team because they've been absolutely appalling. I think that's safe to say. And here they come again with another highlight in the 52nd minute here. And, it's too easy, I think. Mazuku is just absolutely running this game. And Shankare's there, and it goes over the bar. And CSK Sofia are coming very close to making it a third here. And Yordanov there can take the ball, but unfortunately gets challenged. And Yagoa's coming through, and Sao is pushing up. And Yagoa now, he's pushed up. And there he is again, the same player that I'm talking about with Mazuku. He fires the ball into Andronov, and Ahmedov has made it 3 in 54 minutes here. And my word, CSK Sofia are destroying us, I think it's safe to say, on this save. I don't think this is a great first game of the episode. It's not really looking up, as we are currently bottom of the table, so that's not great. Now Toto whips the ball in. What can he do? Stolev's there. Oh, goodness me. It's hit the bar, and should we have scored? I think we should have. And considering that was our only second highlight, you need to be clinical in these games. And we just have not. And Ilev now, what can he do? He plays a fantastic ball out to Steph, I have to say. And Steph can push forward. Pedro to Barukov, and Steph out to Ilev. Now Yilev is pushing through. What can he do? Plays a ball back to Todor, back to Yilev. Yilev back to Todor. Oh, this is dangerous, and they've counter-pressed, and now here they come on the counter here with Sankare. Sankare, what can he do? Fires a ball, but my word, luckily Vassal performed and does the business and has a fantastic save, I have to admit. And yeah, always press him, because I think Mizuku has been absolutely dictating this game for CSK Sofia, and we just have not done anything. I don't think my players have been good enough. I'm going to make a substitution, I think. I am going to take off Steph and play Ilian. Going to bring on Vlad. Stoev. Busanov, you can come on and try and sort of affect this game. By the looks of things, in the 80th minute, we haven't even sort of changed, and I'm going to encourage the players. Hopefully, we can sort of start to pick something up, but my word, I think CSK Sofia have truly shown their class, and it's full-time CSK Sofia 3, Lokomotiv Sofia 0. We have been absolutely shown off the park here, and they've played some fantastic counter-attacking football. We've had 61% of the ball. We dominated possession, I'd have to say, but we've done nothing with it. And that's a worry moving forward, and hopefully we can sort of put this result aside. I've absolutely demoted everyone. Brilliant. Perfect. That wasn't the sort of end of game team talk that everyone was really wanting, but there we are. First game of the episode of Season 2 here. And the next game we'll be playing will be against Barui. And because we did that transfer special at the beginning, this Barui game will be our last game on this episode. But don't leave it. Please stay on board, because the next game is going to be another league game. So I look forward to seeing you in that one. So I will see you all in the Barui game. Welcome back to the second and final game on Season 2, Episode 1 here with Barui. They're old foes, as they knocked us out in the cup run last season, and they beat us, I think it was 4-2, I remember correctly. So some of these players may have some blood on their hands to rectify, and hopefully put that aside and potentially go on and clinch the victory here. Obviously, playing with Papazov, he's coming in his first game of the season. Stanchev and Barukov, Todor, Lagoa and Steph operating the midfield. Lilev, Stoev, Kirchev, and Pedro all at the back, and Vassal in goal. I think Vassal's going to be our literally #1 keeper. So if he gets injured, oh my goodness me, we are screwed. I think if Vassal goes, I think I'm going to have to recall that the 20-year-old that I loaned out, and which isn't great because obviously it's given him game time and he's been able to play. But going into this game, I think this has to be a close contest. I think this is a game I think we could potentially nick a win. I'm going to point my fingers. I'm going to say let's show them what this team is all about. I'm going to say, yep, all of that, and we are kicking off here. And I think this is just a standard highlight. And here comes Fatado, first game highlight, and Vassal makes a big save there. And what can Vassal do now? He fires out a ball to Burikov, and Burikov, heads it down back to Steph. And Burikov now, what can he do? Plays it back to Steph. Steph now out to Lagoa. Lagoa now, what can he do? Back to Todor. Todor pushing through. Back to Lagoa. Back to Papazov. Oh my goodness me. Back to Todor. Todor back to Papazov. Oh, Pedro, he's through. He shoots on. He hits the post. And Lokomotiv Sofia could have been 1-0 up within about 50 seconds here. And my word, that was a big scare for Barui. Now, can we, keep that momentum up? I'm going to give the boys a bit of encouragement. And here they come with Ilev. Now, we've managed to reclaim possession, and Burikov can push forward. And Todor now back to Lagoa. Lagoa plays a beautiful ball out to Lilev. And Lilev plays a beautiful ball. Stockers, but Bukov's at the back post. And Burikov has scored his first goal of the season. The 21-year-old, to fit Dickov's shoes, has just come on in his second game and scored his first goal for Lokomotiv Sofia. Could this be the beginning of a illustrious career? Only time will tell. But Burikov scores his first goal of the season in the top flight, and our first goal also in the top flight of Bulgaria here. And now here they come with Conte. What can Conte do? He's pushing forward and plays a beautiful ball out to Lebon. He's pushing through. Don't foul him. Mikov, Kula's them. Oh my goodness me. It is about 6 yards out they've shot, and Vassal manages to collect it. And goodness gracious me, are we lucky, I have to admit. And here they come with Minchev, plays a beautiful ball out, but Stanchev is potentially there to reclaim. I'm going to change our mindset to defensive, and Minchev fires a ball in, and Kalula's there. Oh goodness gracious me. To them scoring and making it 1-0. But here they come again. Conte with Kahula, and Kukula does not score. And again, Lokomotiv Sofia, 25 minutes in, could have potentially been 2-1 down. And we are very lucky to be in the position that we are in. I'm going to give the boys some praise because I feel this game has been absolutely fantastic. We haven't had a lot of chances, but it's going to be like that in a lot of these games. I think it's going to be those games where we're only going to get 2 or 3 highlights, but if we can take them and be clinical, then there's no reasons why we shouldn't be able to stay up in this division. And Conte can now reclaim possession, but here's Todor. What can Todor do? He can pass it all the way out. Oh, you do not need to go that far out on a pass. And Lebon now pushing through. What can he do? Fires a beautiful shot, and Keelan Lebon has made it 1-0. That is an absolute atrocious pass from Todor, and just coming up to half time as well, we could have been going in 1-0 up, but we've made the mistake and we are now 1-1, and it's a real shame. I'm gonna say I'm not happy with that result. Where is he? Where is Todor? He is there, and I'm gonna say I'm very unhappy with the costly mistake you've made, because it was costly. We could have gone into this game at half time 1-0 up. And here we are. Here's another highlight, 48 minutes in. And oh my goodness me, that was so close to being 2-1 to Barui. And, this is going to be a real sort of wake-up call to some of these players, I think, being in this division. As, we've got to perform. And I think I'm going to play it back to being balanced, as this is just going to be quite a scary little tactic. But we were dominating possession, but just not doing anything with it, which is a bit of a shame. And now here they come with Lebon, and I've got no words for that. Who was 14? Who was that? Lilev, he just backs off. God, he hits that on the volley, though. What a beautiful goal, I have to admit. But, look at Lilev, what are you doing? Oh, goodness me. It's such a disgusting way to go out. And I'm going to demand more from this team as they have just been absolutely pitiful. I think I'm going to make a few changes as well. I'm going to take off Todor and bring on Vlad. I'm going to change Lagoa. I'm going to put him up top. I'm going to take off Stanchev. And I'm going to bring on Ilias as a deep line play. Oh, we're going to put you as a yeah, let's play you as a deep line playmaker on support, and change you to a. Ooh, What can Vlad play? Steph, can you play as an advanced playmaker? You can. Let's put you on attack. And Stoev, you're going to come off if you've got a yellow card, and we're going to bring on Zion here as a ball playing defender. And hopefully we can sort of rectify the mistakes that we've got and hopefully push through. And who knows, we may be able to get a goal here in the last sort of 10 minutes. But my word, they've been completely over us. Look at this, 20 shots, 11 on target. But, the defence has held strong. And 1 minute, 2 minute, and that's it. It's full time, and both games here on the first episode have been losses. And this is not the way I wanted to start season 2. Oh, dearie me. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased with that result because I don't think that's good enough from this team. I'm going to say I'm going to hope until we can hang into half time, but we are very, very low at the bottom of the table. But there we are, there we go. Barui, the second and last game of the episode here. Thank you so much to everyone that has tuned in. Please like and subscribe. Really gives the channel a lot of support. And hopefully we can sort of rectify the mistakes here and go again. And potentially in the next coming games we can sort of win a few and hopefully push through. But the next game that will be on season 2, episode 2, will be the Ludogorets game, a massive game in this season, and the CSK 1948 game. Those two will be coming up. As I feel on this episode, I may do shorter time scales, but only 2 games at a time. So I think after that Ludogorets and CSK game, I might go for the Zarko, unless there's a Bulgarian Cup round. Oh, perfect. So here's the Bulgarian first Cup round and Botev Plodvid. So I think that will be the games afterwards. So it's short and quick, but the episodes will be sort of more. There'll be more substantial episodes and a bit shorter. But thank you again. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in, and I will see you